Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading for the week of August 5th. You have this helping hand card. It says the universe is helping you find something you need that will lead you to your next step. You have this wave of emotions. It says a new experience will enter your life that will stir a wave of emotions in you. So there you go. This looks good already, but let's keep it going. So I feel for a lot of you, it's a kind of like an emotional time anyway. And so I would be listening to your emotions or listening to your inner guidance system. Clearly, you have this change card. There's some sort of change here going on that we'll talk about in a second. And, you could be walking away from something with that Five of Swords. To me, the Five of Swords always represents like some sort of risk or taking a risk. And so I feel for a lot of you, the Five of Swords is, as always for you, Leo, is about you taking some sort of risk or, putting yourself out there in some way. And it definitely could be towards like a new business opportunity. I feel like I've been saying this to you for weeks now, that there could be a better money. There's no other way to say it here, Leo. I feel that there could be better finances available to you, but it's like you're going to have to take some sort of risk to do it, whatever it is. The Five of Swords can also represent a separation. Again, I do feel like some of you are fearing separation, or you have been through a separation. I mean, Seven of Swords, Five of Swords, Three of Swords, and then you go to the Four of Wands at the end, which would actually be good. But, again, some of you could be dealing with a separation. But obviously, if you're not, then that part of the message isn't for you. I really feel this is about getting off your butt here, Leo, especially going to the Four of Swords and then taking advantage of a new opportunity that's being presented to you. You have the Seven of Swords. A lot of people read Seven of Swords as lying, cheating, stealing. It can represent that, but the Seven of Swords is really a good card. Golden cards in the tarot are meant to be positive no matter what, and the Seven of Swords is a card where he is stealing those swords from this army in the background. I'm pretty sure you get this card with me every time. I mean, your readings, for the rest of your life are just going to pretty much say there's a better way to do things. And the Seven of Swords, he is going to war, but he is doing it in a better way. He's not killing anyone. He is stealing those swords from the army so they can't be used against him in battle. So again, there's pretty much a better way to do whatever it is that you do in your life, or all the things that you're doing. But it is going to require research or education or self-education. And so I feel like educating yourself on, just different ways of living your life, running your business, working in your career, whatever it is you do, just doing a little bit of research could be very helpful. I also feel that you could be taking something too seriously. He has these polka dots on his cloak, and polka dots in the tarot can represent taking things too seriously. You have the King of Cups, and the King of Cups is your emotions. The King of Cups has explored his emotions on a very deep level. So, the point of the King of Cups is that he's sitting in the middle of the ocean, and he has this whale. This looks like a fish, but it's supposed to be a whale over here. The whale kind of says that he has explored his emotions to a very deep degree, and so he understands how he feels about pretty much everything. The interesting thing here is that we go up to the Three of Swords, and so the Three of Swords could say that it's time, it would be a good time to heal your heart, and it is a Mercury retrograde, so I think Mercury retrogrades are just a great time to heal, rest, relax, recover, all that other good stuff. And so if you have been through something,